Yo, what is going on, guys? Got a video for you here today titled "She Thought Divorce Was a Good Idea Until She Had to Pay Him Child Support." So, a lot of women these days, guys, and this is the reason why a lot of men don't want to get married in the first place, they are using marriage like a weapon. They go out there, they marry a guy, maybe they have some kids with the man, and then they decide to one day leave the relationship because they feel like it, and then they try and use the legal system to steal from the man, whether that be through child support, alimony, or splitting the resources that are not hers to begin with, or just outright taking them. This system is an absolute joke. So here we have a video of a woman who got a divorce. She thought it was a great idea, but apparently it backfired on her. Let's jump right in. Guys, don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments down below. Let's take a listen.
My brother needs some help around about now. Okay. But my ex over here, Vagelina, she need to be coming up off the insurance money for these kids.
Vageline, what an unfortunate name that is. Vageline. You know, I thought I'd heard all of the crazy names, but that is definitely a wild one.
She has not given me any help as far as like taking care of these kids. And then she wanted to play sports. I need help.
All right, how many kids are we talking?
Three.
Three? Okay, what are their ages?
16, 12, and 9.
All right.
Who kids are 16, 12, and 9? Go ahead.
You don't know?
He don't know it. Go ahead. I'm waiting.
Oh, okay.
Next. Don't worry.
So did you say the wrong ages or something?
16, 12, and 9.
Okay. What is going on? Tell me the backstory.
Okay. So me and Vag got together back in the day.
All right.
We been tight. Everything was good. But then she started giving me like all kind of attitude, all kind of problems. She stopped showing up at home, Your Honor.
Okay.
And so I don't understand it. So when I was coming...
So y'all don't live together anymore?
No more. Not right now.
And the children live with?
Me.
Okay, got it. Continue.
Now, okay, let's be straight up. 2 of the kids, mine.
Okay.
I just take care of the little third one because she won't come around.
Okay.
I mean, he all right and stuff like that, but I take care of the third one. He all right, he's straight.
So check this out, guys. This man got with this woman many years ago, and then what happens? The relationship ends. Why does the relationship end? Well, like many other modern day relationships these days, the relationship ends because the woman starts acting crazy. She starts bringing drama. She starts making the home an awful place to be. And don't get it twisted, guys. Women know what they're doing. They're either going to break up with you or they're trying to get you to break up with them when they do this stuff. So she starts to act crazy. And this man, like any logical man, doesn't really understand why, because everything was going swimmingly. I'm sure a lot of you guys seeing this video right now, you've been through this exact same situation. For whatever reason, oftentimes these women have to make issues. Everything will be going totally fine, but your girl, she will just have to make issues out of thin air. And this is why, oftentimes, men don't want to deal with women, because they bring headaches, they bring drama, and dudes are not a fan, surprisingly enough, of headaches and drama. So the relationship ends. He has to look after all 3 children, and one of them is not even his. And check this out. The reason why he's looking after the third one is because the woman won't even come around and look after the kid herself. So there we are with that. And of course, she's not helping whatsoever, but let's continue with the video.
So not only does he take care of their 2 kids on his own, he also takes care of her third one that isn't even his just because she won't do it. And when he asks for help, watch the foolishness she responds with.
Okay.
But I don't get any insurance payments or any assistance. When these kids have to go to the doctor, when they have to be out of school because one of them hurt their leg or their arm or something like that, I don't get no help. I call her. Well, that's you taking care of them kids. I know that, but I didn't have them.
I understand your frustration.
I need some help on this.
I understand your frustration.
Thank you.
Were y'all in a relationship?
We were married, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. So y'all are divorced.
And
This woman seems like an absolute headache, man. Absolute headache. The way she's talking, the way she's behaving, you already know that this woman is the type of woman that you don't want to spend any time around her whatsoever. Okay, she sounds like she's been, you know, inhaling things for many decades. She is that damn raspy. But yeah, she refuses to look after the kid. She refuses to look after the kid, by the way, that isn't even hers. So she's gone. She's just basically left. Lord knows what she's doing. Probably completely screwing around. And of course, he doesn't put her on child support. I believe they have a bit of a reason, perhaps, for this later. But I've noticed that, you know why I think this is, by the way? Men don't typically put women on child support, even when they have the ability to do so. And I think a lot of that comes down to the fact that these men don't want to deal with the crazy woman anymore. They would rather financially support everything by themselves than have to continue dealing with the woman. Because you already know, if he was receiving payments, he would probably have to talk to her. And we as men, we don't want to talk to people who are annoying typically. If you're a self-respecting man, you do not want to talk to people that you don't like, in my opinion. You don't want to spend any time around people that you don't like. There's no compromising, there's no this or that. You just don't want to talk to them. But let's continue here.
All right. So you're under the divorce decree. Who had custody of the kids? Like who were, okay, you, okay. All right. So there was an agreement not to receive or pay child support at the time of the divorce?
Well, I didn't really want to.
I don't think the mother should pay child support to the father.
Yeah, so check this out. The dude said that he didn't want it. And what does Vageline say? This individual, I don't know what kind of cosplay we're doing here, but she says, I don't believe that women should have to pay financial child support towards the man. Why not? Right? I think, guys, again, I'm so confused because, you know, outside of the courtroom, for example, and outside of restaurants, I always hear about equality, 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 women's rights, women deserve to have equal footing. But where they don't benefit from the so-called equality, you just hear crickets, man. You know, oh, I don't think women should pay the man. Why not? You're not looking after the kids. The man's looking after 3 kids, one of which isn't even his own. Like, guys, it's so insane. It's so insane to me, man. It's so insane. This woman believes that she shouldn't have to pay child support because she's a woman. Interesting. Let's run it back and continue.
I understand your
I just need
frustration.
some help on this.
I understand your frustration.
Thank you.
Were y'all in a relationship?
We were married, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. So y'all are divorced.
Indeed.
All right. So you're under the divorce decree. Who had custody of the kids? Like who were, okay, you, okay. All right. So there was an agreement not to receive or pay child support at the time of the divorce?
Well, I didn't really want to.
I don't think the mother should pay child support to the father.
Are you serious?
You might not think the mother should pay child support to the father, but best believe she's gonna make you pay today.
You're the father.
I'll get to you in just a moment, and we'll touch on that comment you just made.
Your Highness, see, that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of stuff I have to deal with. She don't want to do nothing for the children. Nothing.
Okay. Now, Mr. Lewis, is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to her and she gets to tell me her side?
Now, I want you to hear what she got to say right quick, because it ain't going to be too much of nothing. I just need you to help me with this insurance.
Health insurance and child support, right?
I ain't going to really push that, but, and you know, with you being the judge, Your Honor, you can push that child support, because we need a little help. We need a little help.
Okay.
It's hard out here.
All right. Well, can I move over to her?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
That's really funny. Before we continue to the demon here, the dude, notice what he says, right? He says, I'm just going to let her speak. Go over to her. She, you know, that's totally fine. She's going to say what she's going to say. And what he did is he assumes that the judge is going to come to the reasonable conclusion here because he knows the woman is crazy. This is what I've been saying on the channel many different times, guys, is like a lot of these people, you just need to let them talk, you know? Like the bad people, the people who do this sort of nonsense, so egregiously as well. It's like, if you just let these women talk, they tell on themselves, right? At the start of this conversation, she literally says earlier, well, the mother shouldn't pay the child support. He should pay the child support. I don't believe a woman should really do that is her stance on this particular matter. And so I think this is a great idea. Let these women speak. Let them, you know, say their positions so you can hear how stupid the positions really are, guys. You know, this is why I'm sure a lot of you guys watching this video, perhaps you've heard of people like Matt Walsh, right? They go out there and they ask very simple questions to the individuals, and their answers tell you everything that you need to know. For example, Matt Walsh, I believe he came out with a whole thing, and it was titled, "What is a Woman?" And he would literally just go around to all of these different liberals and ask them, "What is a woman?" And of course, they had no answer for it. So, like, you just let these people talk, man, and they'll bury themselves so damn quickly. But let's jump into what Vageline has to tell us.
Hello, great evening, sunshine. Is it really my turn? You ready? You done? Okay.
We don't care.
So, after that, I do come and pick up the children every weekend. I also pick them up on Wednesdays, correct? What do you do on...
You're talking to
I'm
me
sorry.
right now. You're not talking to him.
I pick them up every Wednesday and on the weekends.
Okay.
So that's when he go out and do his old nasty finagling with the money that I do send him. The children still call me for assistance financially because the money that I do send them,
How much money do you send them on a
I
monthly
send my
basis?
children $750 a month.
$55.
On top of the insurance that I pay a month. And
So this woman is saying that she sends 750. I just want to say this right off the bat. Number one, I don't believe her. The man literally said 50. So which is it? Is she sending him 750? Or is she sending him 50? I'm more inclined to believe that she's sending him 50. Also, he's shaking his head when the woman says, "I get them every Wednesday and every weekend." I'm also not inclined to really believe that, to be honest with you. And then what else do we have here? There was something else that was particularly ridiculous in there. I can't quite recall. Let's run it back a couple of seconds and then we'll continue.
$55.
on top of the insurance that I pay a month. And he just got a new car.
Okay.
And I believe he is about to move.
But he would need a car for the transportation of 3
There
children.
was absolutely nothing wrong with the...
How do you know nothing? How do you know nothing was wrong with his car?
She doesn't know if something was wrong with the car. She's just saying that because she's upset that he got a new one that she doesn't even know if he used her money for.
Because he only makes what? A garbage, you pick up garbage, drop off
Okay,
garbage.
you don't have
That's
to shade him.
No shade.
Least
That's
he's
his occupation,
working.
ma'am.
At least he's working.
I'm not. No tea, no shade.
My job
If he
is
can
waste
pick-
management. While she trying to trip, it's waste
Pick up trash,
management.
drop off trash, and then pick up trash and pay for it with my coinage. So I don't feel that I should need to pay him anything extra.
Okay, let me ask you a question. How long have
Wait, was her logic here that because the man is working, then she shouldn't have to pay anything on top of that? You know, I just want to say this, guys. Imagine if we applied this logic to the women, right? Not that they work anyway when they're stay-at-home mothers. But, you know, so the men are just required to pay you even if you're working. It's so insane to me how these dynamics work, guys. It's so incredibly one-sided, especially in the eyes of these women. You know, they expect absolutely nothing. I mean, absolutely everything. I've been seeing a lot of these comments, guys, of modern women these days providing so damn little, but always expecting the absolute most or expecting to be able to give the absolute least. It's so damn insane. I don't believe this woman at all, man. I really don't. She said, oh, the other point I was going to make earlier as well is she says that she was paying, what, $750 a month, if I recall correctly. I know men that are paying well in excess of this particular amount. You know what I'm saying? Like $750 a month compared to a lot of dudes out there, really not worth the complaints, to be honest with you. Like, you have it damn easy. But let's continue.
how many months have you been giving him the $750?
It's been since they've been with him, and it's been a year.
Okay.
Year.
Badge, I don't know why you lying this late like this.
That's how we doing this.
I promise you.
No, that's not how we're doing this because y'all are supposed to be talking to me.
I'm sorry, ma'am. He
He
I
would.
also have text messages from him where he is
Okay.
actually saying thank you for the payment. Thank
Okay.
you for the payment.
And you asked for, hold on one second, and you asked for back child support as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, they've been living with you for the past year, all right? And you're saying that's how much money that you've given him every single month?
Every single month.
Okay. So the children do live with him, which means you should be paying him some sort of child support.
That's $950 so far a month.
Okay. I thought it was $750. Is that not what she's paying? How do you know?
I'd be very interested to see the bank records. She says that she's paying $750 a month, then all of a sudden it goes up to $950. This dude was saying something about $50. You know, this sounds all a bit sketchy to me. I don't think that this woman is paying consistent child support at all. I don't think that she's paying what she is required to pay either. But let's continue here.
That hits that account is nowhere near it.
How much has she been giving you according to your record?
In total, I have $785 from the whole year that someone calls them.
And there it is. $780, I believe he just said, for the whole damn year. This woman's out here trying to claim that she's giving him as much as $900 a month, which again, mind you guys, $790 a month is getting off significantly easier than most of the men. So what exactly are we talking about here? You know, and guys, I want to emphasize this as well. I don't really care. You know, all of these cases that come out of this happening to women these days and them absolutely losing their marbles, I don't even particularly care, guys, because this has been happening to men for such a long period of time. And also, the women oftentimes are completely using, shall we say, the system. Oftentimes, they're going out here, they're baby trapping the fathers, they're committing paternity fraud, they're having children specifically for the purpose of stealing money from the man. So do I feel particularly bad when it happens to these women in return, even when the men aren't doing these particularly egregious things on the side? No, I do not feel bad for them at all, guys. It makes for hilarious content. It's going to continue. You know, we've seen some articles recently about more and more men there are less and less men apparently these days who are economically viable or economically attractive as a partner. So you have all of these women who go out here, they're strong and independent, they make their careers work, they're city women, and then what they do is maybe they decide, oh, okay, I'm just going to give the guy who doesn't have as much money as me as a chance, right? She has a kid with him, maybe accidentally, and then all of a sudden she's on the hook for child support. That is so damn funny to me, man, because typically these women are out here always trying to date and marry dudes and have kids with men who earn more money than them so that they are the ones who have to pay her child support. But let's continue with the video.
I'm telling you, it's a travesty.
How do you send the money?
I send it
Cash app.
direct deposit. It comes out of my account directly.
So is it Cash App or is it direct deposit?
It's
Are the
direct
children
deposit.
16, 12, and 9, or they 7, 9, and 11?
7, 9, and
Y'all
11.
have me so
As the young
Come
folks
on
say
now.
these days, I got receipts.
She doesn't even know how old her kids are. But now her own friend is going to testify against her for lying about the amount of support she currently gives.
Miss Shantae, what, and you will not
I got
disrespect
quiet. I got
and
quiet.
disrupt her.
I get quiet.
Okay, please. Thank you. Now, Shantae, what's going on? Has she been giving this man $750 a month, or is his account true that it's only $700 or so dollars?
There's only $785 that's been given the whole year.
Got him! Got him!
Have you guys noticed that some of my videos have gone missing over here on YouTube? That is because I am slowly moving them over to locals where I can actually host them without the risk of getting in trouble. If you are not aware, many creators are starting to move over to places like locals, Rumble, etc. because YouTube is not really a free speech platform. So if you are interested in supporting the channel and getting access to videos that are no longer available here, make sure that you come and join us over on Locals. The link will be in the video description down below. Supporters get access to their own exclusive videos that are no longer available to the public. So make sure you go to the link in the description and join us over there now. But anyway, guys, back to today's episode. And there it is. I love how quickly this comes out, by the way. No, she hasn't been paying this amount. The whole entire amount over the course of this whole year hasn't even added up to $800. And bear in mind, guys, I want to stress this, okay? This dude, let me go back and find him. This man, where is he? There he is, on the right-hand side here, has been looking after 3 children, again, one of which isn't even his damn child, and he's been looking after it for a year. 3 children for a year as a man who works in waste management. Now, I don't know like what particular position this guy had in waste management, but depending on your position as well, as far as I know, this can be quite a difficult job. And also, I want to stress this too. Jobs like this, guys, you know, oftentimes the women will kick up a fuss or they won't date dudes who work these particular jobs because they're quote unquote not glamorous enough, which of course I think is a stance that's absolutely disgusting. A lot of these guys who work labor jobs and things like this, I really don't like how people disrespect them. Going back to the end of their relationship, this woman probably thought that she deserved better. She's gonna kick up a fuss about absolutely everything, ruin the quote unquote vibe of the home, as it were, you know, disrupt the peace, because she probably thought that she could do better than this guy. Oh, my man only works in waste management. I can definitely see that being the thought process here. A lot of these women, they feel like they deserve men who are not doing these labor jobs because they don't view them as glamorous enough, right? They want to be they want to be able to show off to their friends. They don't want to say, oh, well, my man works in waste management. To them, it's embarrassing, even if it's a very important job a lot of the time, which of course is disgusting. Like, these are the men, again, these are the men who run society, guys. These are the men who continue to make sure that infrastructure works, that everything is running smoothly in day-to-day society. But people just don't have respect for them, which is really sad. Let's keep going.
He's only given $785 for the entire year.
For the whole year.
Okay. And dad is being truthful about them living with him and everything like that, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you asked for back child support. So we are going to grant the back child support to dad because based on his testimony as well as his witness's testimony, you've only given $785. You didn't bring anything in here with me, any receipts to show that, well, here's the deal about evidence. Testimonial evidence is still evidence. So until you bring something that can go against what he said, I have to assume it's true because you guys raised your hand and swore that you would tell the truth, right? So that's what we're going to do. You're going to reimburse him. I will give you credit for the $785. Now, if you bring something in here to show different, we can do different. But
she won't. She won't bring anything different in here. She won't show any form of receipts. You know why, guys? Excuse me as I bump my microphone there. You know why she won't bring in the receipts? Because she doesn't have any. Because she hasn't been paying the amount that she is supposed to be paying. Again, one of the kids isn't even his damn kid. So it's very interesting how this works, actually. The man can give testimonial evidence, and unless she has something to rebut it, then, you know, they just have to run with what the man says. This is peak comedy, guys. This is the kind of stuff that makes me smile from ear to ear. And notice how happy he gets. I love that shot back there when he's like dancing and everything, and then the woman's face is just like, are you serious? Are you absolutely serious? I wonder what exact amount he's actually going to begin receiving now. Because again, I thought $750, $950 a month. I thought this was actually a low amount typically, or at least I have been seeing dudes get screwed over for way larger amounts than this. But let's keep going.
$750.
$785.
I mean, excuse me, $785. You subtract that from what it should be for the past year is $8,215 that you owe in back child support that is going to be paid to him monthly at a rate of $100. Then on top of that, how much is it that you make a year?
Yeah, you just took it.
$300,000 a year is what she makes.
Okay, thank you.
How much was that? Let me just wind that back for a second so I can hear that again.
Here.
Yeah, you just took it.
$300,000 a year is what she makes.
Okay, thank you. Now, nothing else while I'm talking. Okay, thank you.
But they just
health insurance, $200. You get credit for that.
Oh, no.
Your child support, because you capped out, is going to come out to $2,760 plus the $100 reimbursement, bringing your amount to $2,800 Yeah, $2,860 per month.
There it is, guys. $2,860 she is on the hook to pay. And look how happy this dude is, man. He's having a great old time. He's dancing because he knows now that he's actually going to receive financial assistance from the woman. And you know what, guys? If these women come out here and they start saying, well, that ain't fair, that's not fair, how come he gets paid so much damn money? Not my problem. This is what a healthy dose of equality looks like. Absolutely beautiful episode here. Guys, we're going to be leaving it there. Make sure you take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you all in the next episode. Peace.